What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chicks and Chips. I'm Tameka.
I'm Tiea. Hey, girl.
We miss you guys so much. Oh my goodness, girl. Look, I feel like it's about to be another relationship saga.
Child, we need some more liquor, honey.
Honey,
Can you feel me?
look.
I feel like you skipped me anyway. I know I'm in recovery,
Honey,
but you
know I
gotta
got a
get
handy.
Okay.
Watching you listen to that sponsorship.
Fill me in, fill me in.
Go, girl.
Keep going. A little bit more. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do too much.
Yes.
Girl, oh my
You don't want
God.
to have a relapse.
Relationship. You know, I was just talking to a girlfriend of mine
Mhm.
about just knowing when to, like, signs of when to pull the plug in unhealthy relationship. And it's crazy because
Yeah.
it started off, we were talking about, like, intimate relationships, and then it went to, like, friendships. I'm just more like you guys, do you feel like there's like telltale signs or like times when you need to just pull the plug, whether it's like your intimate partner or even sometimes your friends? Like, you know how they say, there used to be that saying, no new friends or keep your circle small. Like, do you feel like that makes people hold on to relationships that should be gone?
Yeah, and you know, I think a lot of times, especially for the friends, since we're speaking on that, I think it's the years. We look at so many years vested with friends. But a lot of times you gotta look at just the quality of the relationship. And I know a lot of you guys out there can relate. You know, just because you've known someone for 25 years, you know, you gotta realize we constantly grow and evolve as people. So when you met someone, let's say from maybe elementary school, you guys are not going to be the same people by the time y'all turn even 20, then 30, then 40. You know, we go through different development stages in our life. So we just, sometimes you just grow apart from people, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like if a person is bringing more, I think, distress to your life, drama, than they are anything positive, it's time for me to reevaluate your relationship with that person. You should be at a space in your life right now where if it's not bringing you joy and peace, then it pretty much, it serves you no purpose. And that goes too with relationships. I mean, Tia, I'm sure you can relate.
You know,
it can be
I think people get, but you know what I will say too, and even so, if I jump back to friendships and I think back, like, we all had like that best friend or people you hang with all the time, and you kind of associate, you know, them with how long you knew them. And sometimes people give you friend guilt. Like, they make you feel like, oh, I've been, like, especially if you meet somebody new, oh, I've been here before this, bitch.
They feel like that.
And so it makes you feel like you're just obligated, or you'll put up with a little bit more. Yeah. But even in like relationships with guys, sometimes you feel like, for me, okay, so, and this is what I want to know. Do men, I don't feel like men feel like this. For a lot of times with women, once you get into that relationship, and you invest time, you don't want to start over. Or sometimes you might not want to feel like you got extra bodies. Like, you might stay in something longer because you don't want to feel like you got to now move on to somebody else, be intimate again. So you might hold on. Or,
I think it's definitely like a friendship. If you got the years vested in you, feel like, well, dang, this is what I know, it's what I'm used to, I don't want to move on. And even with the guy, you can feel like, oh my gosh, the love is just so, I want to be here. You know, we've been together now for, I don't know, 7 years, and I just want to stick to what I know. You know, it's kind of like the saying, well, I'll be with somebody else and still be going through this, so maybe I'll just stick with this person because it's familiar. That's not good, and it's not healthy. Like, we can't allow ourselves to settle because something just feels so familiar to us. I think that's what makes a lot of people unhappy. And then they're going to look back and just be like, oh my gosh, like, what was I thinking? Like, I should have moved on. Everyone has been there at some point. But people, never allow yourself to settle in anything that is just not bringing you any type of happiness. Yes, happiness has to start from within. We know this, you know, but also too, you shouldn't be with someone and it's just dragging you down and draining you emotionally, physically. That is not a healthy relationship. Be it intimate or friendship.
Because I feel, well, I know sometimes even like I gotta say my old ideology. Who did I say that right? I have Rosetta Stone's for Drake. Oh, well, I have hooked on phonics, so I said it wrong. Kiss my ass. But no, I'm just thinking about like old way of thinking. I would have, like, even back in the day. This is before I got married. Like, you look at it, you would say, okay, if I give you all this time, I'm giving you my prime. Like, even with my husband now, I'm like, shit, I done gave you my good 20s. You know, now I know 30 and 40s and 30, but you know, once you give up your good prime, well, let's say years, child, you like, hey, you know how they say it's cheaper to keep her. Yeah. It's cheaper to keep him, child. You know, I didn't invest on my prime. So, we have to do something. We need to make sure we do counseling, do something, make sure you're working out.
Know what? And I'm glad you brought that up about the saying, cheaper to keep her, because, you know, I know a lot of people, like, I've heard it like, I just be at work minding my business, but sometimes you hear like a little bit of chitter chatter, and I heard a guy say that, you know, like, it's really cheaper to keep her because, you know, a lot of people, they just have so many assets shared. So to try to go through separation and then divorce, they just feel like it will just become too much, and then you're faced possibly with alimony. So a lot of people, and so think about that. Once again, here we are selling. Yeah, it can get messy and nasty. I don't know what that feels like to have to go through a separation or a divorce, but I know a lot of people will choose to stay, be miserable, because they feel like if I break away, I gotta pay alimony. It's
but that shows your lifespan, child. And if you have a damn heart attack from being stressed out, it ain't gonna be that cheap, because now she gonna get it all.
Honey, that won't be me. Honey, I would be selling on a mouthy post, baby, living my best.
I ain't won't be stressed out by
nobody, and I will hope for you guys.
And cheaper to keep me, because I'm spacey. I like to be trying to be classy based. So
honey, look, I try to always just keep it going there, honey. Like I said, like you said, the more stress you have in your life, like, you want to be able to have that long life expectancy during it. I'm planning to live 115.
Well, what about with like friends? So one of the things too, and I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends about this, like as far as friends, we were talking about, she was going through a situation, you know, in a friendship or whatever. And so we were kind of talking about it, and it was somebody she was friends with for a long time, and of course I won't spill her tea because that's confidential, but it just fits here, and I was just wondering, like, a lot of times, does it seem like we'll be quicker to give? Like, you hear of situations with, well, let's say women or opposite sex, whatever, in a relationship, and they'll give so many chances when it's that intimate partner. But if a friend, y'all have a falling out or disagreement, a lot of times, like, people be quick to be like, oh, help that bitch, like, you know.
Or I've seen people cut people off just like that.
Yeah, and they wouldn't cut off an intimate partner like that, but when it's their friend, you know, they quick to cut them off, like cut the cord. So, like, I don't know, like, is there certain stuff, like, that was my thing we were talking about. I was saying to her, like, being able to weigh out the signs, like, is it something that's repairable? Like, is it something that you guys can work through? To me, I feel like as long as you ain't, because loyalty is everything. Yeah. Because if you cross me, honey, you get on the list.
Yeah, exactly.
You list. And one thing about me, I know it's probably not good to hold grudges, but I hold grudges. Like, I'm gonna be that 80-year-old woman. I see you in the street, and if you on that list, you gonna stay on that list. Okay? you just stay on the list. That is how I, you know, the Lord is working on me, but He ain't finished. So for right now, anybody that I cut off, if you on the list, if you see this, if you were on the list 10 years ago, just know you're still on that list today. Okay? Right. You won't be on the list in the next 10 years. Okay, so I'm just saying that. But do you like? I was telling her, like, really evaluate the friendship, like. What does this person mean to you? Is the situation that serious? You know what I'm saying? Or because I just feel like we throw stuff away, even if it wasn't years. I feel like a lot of times we just throw away too much value. We hold on to stuff we shouldn't, but those things of value sometimes we drop the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if a friend is just so quick to ditch over something stupid, I feel like true friends, they can have a disagreement because you're not going to always agree. And I think if the love is there, they should be able to come back, patch things up, and kick the breeze like nothing happened. But if you're dropping somebody over something just so silly, then maybe the friendship wasn't what you thought it was. You know, maybe that person didn't hold it to a high value as you did. So that's something to think about too.
Or evaluate, like, I feel like too, and we were talking about being in a place where you can have accountability. And look at yourself in the mirror, because a lot of times too, we have,
that's very true.
All of us have ways. Like sometimes we may have disagreement, we may be just a little bit stubborn. Like, I can say for me, sometimes I can be stubborn.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know, sometimes I won't say
you are.
I wouldn't say I can be wrong because feels me. So we not wrong. We just.
Here we go again with Grace. This will not turn into an episode of the I'm sorry,
Leos versus
my fellow Leos. This ain't about y'all. It's not right now. It's not gonna be.
So you know what? I think too, we get a little, even in, like, not even just in friendships, even in relationships. Like, I feel like a lot of times relationships go south because people they're not willing to take a look in the mirror. Like, a lot of times it's so easy to point out what somebody ain't do and how they did you wrong or how they made you feel, but it's very rare that we sit back and we try to look at it from the other side. Like, what role did I play in this? Or
let me tell
am I being selfish?
Looking in the mirror mirror is very frightening for people. It takes a lot of guts to look in the mirror and to admit, instead of them trying to face the music and look in the mirror, they'll either dip out of relationships, and what's going to end up happening is they're going to go to the next, then go to the next, then go to the next. And the same pattern is going to repeat itself, because guess what? Yeah, you might get somebody that'll tolerate your ways and stuff, but eventually that person's going to get tired. Then you go to the next one. They're going to get tired. Everything gets old after a while. You have to look in the mirror, because none of us can sit here like we're higher than God, higher on a throne, and think that we do no wrong and there are not ways about us that may get to someone, or it may, hurt someone, be it intentional or unintentional. So I think it comes with maturity. So I think if a person is willing to take a step, and sometimes it takes that separation, a whole breakup, for you to really sit in your mess and just be like, you know what? Like, dang, you know what? I can say, like, I remember someone once told me we all play a role in the demise of the fall of a relationship. Yeah, sometimes people cheat and they do things and they betray you, but when you really look at that, like, we each play our role in something with that relationship. So I think it's important to embrace it, accept your role in it, move forward and grow from that, and hope that you can be a better person.
I look at myself, even in my relationship, like, I could be irritated. Now, I didn't know it at first, and I feel like it's all in how you say it. Now, I was told that. But yeah, I have ways. Even as a mom, now I notice sometimes I'm a nag as a mom. And my son, now that he's gotten older and he's a little vocal, and I'll be about to be his CPS, knock his ass out. Girl. But he'll call me on my shit like, Mom, I have to chill out. I'm like, I need to chill out. Am I turning into my mother?
Girl,
sorry, Mom.
We all got a little bit.
But I feel like we all turn into, like, but we have those, we all have ways. So we got to be okay with accepting our ways.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to feel like another person has to accept everything. So you got to learn to compromise.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Learn to compromise and be okay with changing shit. Like, you have to change.
It is okay, because I feel like if it's affecting the one that you love, it's time to really sit down and reevaluate. Because I don't care how much someone can love you, it can be so unbearable to the point that a person is just like, you know what, like, I've done everything, and it's like, you're not hearing me. Look, I know y'all have been out there. It is difficult. So when people are coming to you and they're saying your ways are affecting me, it is okay. It is enough for me to sit down and have a conversation about it, to hear my partner out and be like, okay, well, what is it exactly that you're having a problem with? What are some ways, we can just, like Tiea said, compromise, kind of get around some things, so that way, no one person is affected, by the other, and again, and I think it's unfair to be like, well, this is just who I am. Take who I am.
There's people who are
Let me
like
tell
that.
you, honey, you are not Alicia Keys, okay, baby?
Well, we don't even take Alicia Keys as she is, because we check her too.
Exactly.
Everybody can get
check Alicia Keys, and y'all know I check Diddy. So look, right, exactly. So don't ever think.
And communicate.
Yeah.
People got. Well, I feel like we lose communication. You know what? Even with I feel like we have lost communication. Not even just in relationships, in our everyday life. Like, I didn't realize how much I rely on my phone. Like, now, I feel like we've lost the simple phone call.
Yeah,
like people's birthdays or things that come up. They don't even call you no damn more.
Yeah.
You just get a text message.
You get a little text.
Social media.
Or you get a gift or something like that. Like a little, yeah.
You talking like actually?
Not like a gift, but like the animated little gift that people send through the text message. Girl, I'm still waiting on my benefit.
But even social media, like, it's a gift and a curse, because I know for me, it helps me remember people's birthday.
Yeah. No, it does. Yeah, I think it's everybody.
I have like a tip that I do. So usually, if I know around the month, if I see it on social media, before I post it, and then I'll look it up, and then I'll send them something first, like happy birthday, because I want you to feel like I remember. And then I'll wait a little bit.
Now they know.
Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
I don't think you should.
I would
stop right there.
A friend of a friend told me they do that. That's
oh my goodness.
Girl, and I love your bro, honey. It looks like real mature.
Oh, thank you, Boo Boo, y'all. Not sponsored, but from Boo Boo.
I like it.
Okay,
Boo Boo, for the win.
Yeah, it's nice and cool. But let me tell you what's crazy. I ordered this, and when I thought I was getting the whole set, honey, when it came, it was just some dark cardigan all the way from the UK. I was like, these people jipped me out of it. Then when I look back, I saw.
Read.
Look, so
reading is fundamental. I need to get it.
Yeah, reading is fundamental. When I look back on my order, I realized, ooh, I was the problem. So I just ordered the cardigan.
I can let you.
I want to.
I can let you.
Yeah, I need it bad. Yeah, because I think DC Public Schools failed me.
They did. It's okay. They
did. Yes.
That's why I got so really close. And now I was at.
Oh, it's bad.
This is Marsha.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no. Marshalls, get this girl sponsorship. Come on.
Thank you, because I mean, who else gonna do that in your clothes? Like,
I ain't never seen nobody act glamorous in Marshall clothes.
You know what I'm saying? I was in there now. I know. Like, have you noticed too? Like a lot of the trends that's coming back. Like I see tie-dye. It's been so. Like all the stores.
Oh my God! I said I see one more thing tie-dye. The craze has just been going nuts. Yes, tie-dye. And I've seen over the years too a little bit of the flare pants coming back. So I did buy me a pair. Y'all know I'm an Amazon junkie. I ain't lying with the 14 and eating. I don't know. I try to look at the size chart. The size charts be lying. Like they will have y'all depressed because they be lying. So I got original medium because it looked like I would fit the medium, and oh my gosh, I had to send them back. So I just got my second pair of bell bottoms. So we'll see if these work. So I'm really excited. You know, the thing about the bell bottoms, and when I used to watch like shows like we call like What's Happening and Good Times, I always loved watching the women in there. So I was just like, you know what, I'd be cool to get some bell bottoms.
Don't tell me your inspiration was watching the show and you had to get bell bottoms.
I did, yes, the 70s shows.
Damn.
I grew up on watching them, yes.
I'm just thinking about like how TV used to be back then. Like we got some good shows now, but I miss like Martin and Single.
Well, let me tell you, I can tell you one thing. What I miss is the consistency of shows. And I was just talking about this to my coworker. The consistency of shows coming on now. Honey, look, they will now film a show. We gotta wait a whole something like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones will leave. They come back 7 years later with a new season.
Or like Netflix, child. It be a whole year. Like that's like what's that? I started watching that show on Netflix.
Millennial shows do that.
I fell off of that.
Yeah, I fell off of
it. It took like damn near 2 years. I forgot all about it.
Let me tell y'all something. These millennial shows, look, y'all could like look. Different World would have never. Martin would have never. Do you hear me? Rock would have never. Sanford and Son would have never. Like y'all come back 2 years later with a show. I don't remember what I watched.
I don't know why they do that because that's like I'm a Power fanatic. Shout out to Power.
Yeah, shout out to the whole cast of Power. But I hate that you have to wait. It's probably sad that I'm so invested in TV shows. I probably need to do. And maybe that says a lot about us that we need to get a life because we are mad that y'all not speeding up y'all filming process.
Maybe it's just us. Maybe we just need a damn life. Yeah. But I just feel like shows.
Maybe we are the problems. It's not you. Yeah. No, and honestly, when I really look at it, they do. Like when you look back to like all the shows that you know we grew up on, they were never this long with coming back. And not only that, their episodes were a lot longer. Now you be lucky if you get 8 episodes. Right. It's very short now, and then they stay away for so long to film. Versus when you were, like I said, watching A Different World, you might have got like 22 episodes. Martin, you got a lot of episodes in one season. So I think a lot has changed.
Maybe it's because the actors.
Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Maybe I want to say that.
Ain't nobody that damn booked them busy.
That could be.
They just being lazy. And I think that's why a lot of people their ratings go down. They end up, a lot of fans end up falling because we just like.
Well, we ain't falling no Power, okay? I don't give a damn how long I gotta wait.
I love one of, oh my gosh, I can say of this time, I can say Power by far, from all the shows I have watched, by far is one of the best. It keeps you on your seat. I know there are a lot of Power fans out there as well as, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but it's a Power 2, the Book of Ghosts. And you know, like I know a lot of fans follow
Power Book 2.
There you go. Yes. So
and then you know they're coming out with one. I think it's Force or something with Tommy. And then they're doing.
So that would be interesting to see. I'm excited. I love Tommy as an actor. He's awesome.
I just wish they would bring back I just feel like I feel like part of me died when they killed off.
Can they revive him from the suit?
I think they can.
It's somewhat. Y'all can
do a petition, bring back Ghost.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys watch Power, let's do a petition. Bring back
And I have the script already written for you guys. How about we'll show a scene before the cops arrive and get there. Tommy already ran off and Ghost got up and he assumed a new identity, went off and he was presumed dead. And yes, he's back. And now I can't explain to y'all. Don't be asking me a question about it.
Maybe he's going to like Chicago.
But I know somebody out there gonna be smart and be like, okay, girl, well, how he gonna get up and do that when they actually had the body in the burial? Look,
no, they didn't have the body. They didn't show the body.
You know what? They did show the body.
No, so he could be alive.
Let's bring back Ghost. We should start a hashtag. Bring back Ghost.
What's that thing called? It's something that you do. What is it called when people do those petitions or some shit like that?
Yeah, like pretty much you could get a sign.
Online one. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a online petition. Bring back Ghost.
And we can start a hashtag on social media. Bring back Ghost.
Bring back Ghost, please. Maybe you should put please.
Bring back Omari.
No, you gotta put bring back Ghost. Please. When you say please, people.
Okay. So bring back Ghost, please. I got a beg.
I would beg.
I normally don't beg in my lifetime, but I'll beg back.
I'll beg for him to come back.
Yeah. I'll beg back for the European suits, honey.
Oh yeah.
Because I want the GQ Brooks Brothers, honey. Look, let me tell you something, y'all. whoever was the stylist for Power,
Yeah.
I say hands up, especially when it came to Ghost. I've never seen someone's suit so tailored,
That's
so
true.
sharp. That brother was always looking fly when he stepped on the scene. Even when he was going to kill someone. How your jogging suit just be so cut and European? Like, hands down, I really love the styles on there. Like, they did an amazing job. So come on, y'all. We got to bring those back.
And Tommy, he always got those.
And I can say now, what I didn't quite understand is when they were filming, was it always in the wintertime in New York? Because Tommy stayed wearing about 5 layers of clothes. Did y'all know that?
I think that's just the thing. Everybody's going to be dressed for
Baby, but even Tommy, he had like the street rugged kind of look. You know, Ghost was more so the Brooks Brothers. He can walk into Cartier and buy something for thousands of dollars, and you know, Tommy kind of had that grungy look, but you can still tell his stuff looked expensive too. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So, and even he just looked good even when you were strangling somebody. I know I shouldn't be talking about balance. But Tommy, they even looked good when they were like snipers and trying to get at people. So shout out to the stylists.
So bring back. That's what we're trying to say. Just bring back Ghost, damn it.
That'd be cute. Okay, bring back Ghost.
Oh, so I'll say bring back Ghost, and you'll say European
suits. Okay.
Bring back Ghost.
European suits.
So maybe Courtney.
Well, I feel like a cheerleader.
Courtney Kemp will see this and she'll.
Okay. All right, Courtney Kemp.
You guys
are watching this.
When Ghost comes back,
revive.
It's because of us.
Look,
we did this because we begged. Please.
Look. Horror movies. If you can do it to Michael Myers, you can bring back Ghost.
I know his ass been a head play for
like shot, stabbed, strangled, you name it, drowned. They brought him back. Bring back Ghost. Wait a minute, is that the doorbell?
I kind of ordered more wine this time.
You do.
I thought I would be the one to do it because you did it last time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
We're about to pick up our wine because we're getting lit.
Yes.
So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, see you later from your new BFF.
See you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Blue Magic.
Castor oil. No. Jamaican castor oil.
I use Blue Magic hair grease.
Girl, I use castor oil.
Okay, whatever you use, use it. Don't be dry.
Use it.
Peace.
All right. Peace.